There are two main ways to add foods or track foods using MacroSync. The first way is with a add custom food entry. So this is where you would use the food label of the item that's in front of you and create a custom entry for that food item that matches the label. So on your main screen, you're going to go down to the bottom icons and you're going to hit My Foods. Then from there, you're going to hit the middle icon that says Create a Food. My example food item is going to be Kraft Chunky Peanut Butter. So I type in the name of my food item, and I'm going to use a name that's easy for me to search and remember. And then the brand name is optional, but I will put in Kraft. From here, I'm going to select what unit. Now, you can measure things in cups or milliliters or tablespoons if you want to do a custom entry, but we tend to, for accuracy purposes, go with grams because if you're using a food scale, you are measuring each food item in grams. So that's what I'm going to opt for here. So I'm selecting my unit type. Now, for serving size, when I'm creating the food entry, I'm going to use the serving size that's listed on the label. Now, for Kraft Crunchy Peanut Butter, it is going to be on the food label, it will say 1 tablespoon, and in brackets, it should say the serving size in grams. So in this scenario, my food label says it's 15 grams, so that's what I'm going to write here. And then the nutrition information that's on the label is for that serving size. That might not be the serving size that I consume, but we'll talk about that later. So for fats, I'm going to type in 8 grams because that's what it says on the food label. For carbs, it is 4 grams, and for protein, it is 3 grams. And you'll notice that the calories auto-calculate from that, especially if the auto-calculate calories is toggled on. Now, I go with total carbs, not net carbs, so that is toggled off. If you would like to add any additional information from your food label, such as dietary fiber, sugar, alcohols, or so on, you can do so, but I tend to keep things pretty simple and I just log the macros and the serving size. Now from here, if I want to just save it to my food list because I'm creating a personal database of foods, I would hit save to my foods. If I'm saving it and then immediately adding it to my food diary for the day, I'm going to hit save and add to diary. What that does is it takes me to the add to diary page. And in this scenario, this is where I'm going to type in the amount of food that I'm consuming at this time. So it automatically opts for the serving size that you would have initially put in, but you may not be consuming that serving size. So if I am consuming that serving size of 15 grams and I just want to hit 1 serving to keep life easy, I can select meal, add it to breakfast, and hit add to diary. But if I'm weighing my serving size and it might not actually match the serving size that I initially created, I'm just going to go to 1 gram here. And you'll notice that the calories and macros have changed because it now has brought it down to what 1 gram of that food item would be. And so now if I weigh out my serving, and let's say it's 17 grams, it will auto calculate for 17 grams. Or if it's 25 grams, it can easily adjust the calories and macros to match the actual serving size, which may be different than the serving size that's listed on the label when you weigh your actual amount you're consuming. So let's just say I have my serving size here. I'm going to add my 25 grams to my breakfast. I'm going to hit add to diary. And then now when I go into my food diary, you will see listed under breakfast, chunky peanut butter right there. So that's how we create a custom food entry and then immediately add it to our food diary because we consumed that food and we are tracking it as part of our day.